In this lecture, we will go over revolutionary research and the experiment that created even a special retreat called today Mindful Aging. This is based on the research by Dr. Ellen Langer and her colleagues from Harvard University. I will also share a little secret, little known secret, and known only within a circle of Harvard University mindfulness experts, and it was given to me by Dr. Tal Ben-Shahar. When Dr. Langer gave a postgraduate task that everyone, including Tal, was thinking it was impossible. They were afraid she was setting up students for failure. And yet, she actually made her students famous for that another mindfulness research. This was with Dr. Alia Crum. Now, can we turn the clock back? Can we get better even if we are mindful of our environment? What if we live as if we are 20 years younger? What difference? But I mean, like truly medically proven, what difference can that belief make? It turned out believing and actually living it as if we are much younger has ton of benefits. So let me first share this little secret. When Dr. Ali Akram was given her dissertation task by her mentor and professor, Dr. Ellen Langer, as I said, everyone, including my mentor, great friend now and former Harvard professor, Dr. Tal Ben-Shahar, everyone was shocked. Actually, Tal personally went to Ellen and tried everything he can to convince her to change the assignment for Aliyah. He was upset. He didn't want Aliyah to fail. And he was almost sure that she will fail and the assignment that Dr. Langer gave her will never, ever work. Tal was thinking. Now, as you can guess, and I mentioned earlier, it was certainly all about mindfulness. And that's why we are here. So here's actually what happened. Dr. Langer and Crum went to 7 hotels and they talked with the maids about how much daily exercise they do. A third of the women said they got no exercise at all, while 2/3 said that they didn't work out regularly, but once a while they do some exercise. Now, as with any research, Langer and Crum took several measures that indicated at that time really poor fitness level for these ladies. The researchers told the ladies that cleaning 15 rooms daily, and that's what they've been doing, pushing vacuum cleaners, scrubbing tubs, pulling sheets, that gives more than enough activity to meet the Surgeon General's recommendation of a 30 minutes of physical activity daily. To be even more convincing, the researchers provided very specific metrics. So, for example, they said that 15 minutes of vacuuming burns 50 calories. 15 minutes of scrubbing burns 60 calories, etc. So they give them a little table that explains and give all the details about their tasks and associated calories, a number of calories that they will burn, that they do burn as they do their tasks. So Langer and Crum went back 30 days later to check with the maids, and they found remarkable results. The average study group maid had lost 2 pounds, dropped blood pressure by 10 points, and in general were significantly healthier. But in fact, there were no changes in behavior, only in mindset. These women believed and considered themselves as regular exercisers. Langer sees the study as a great lesson in the importance of mindfulness, in the importance of noticing new things. So, by simply telling these hotel mates that what they do on a daily basis is considered exercise, mates lowered the blood pressure, lost few pounds, and even improved their body fat. Incredible. In her book, Mindfulness, published in 1990, Dr. Ella Lager suggested back then that mindfulness improves health and overall well-being. As we get older, we were told our overall health is supposed to get worse. While we start losing our vision and hearing, our cognitive abilities will decline, etc. But what if there is a way to reverse this? What if there is a way to improve instead of worsen our overall health? What if there is a way to take ourselves back 20 years and feel as if we are 20 years younger? This is exactly what Dr. Langer wanted to find out. She recruited men between 75 and 80 years old and placed them for 1 week in a beautiful resort that is set up as if it were 1959. The men were asked not to bring anything to the resort that is more recent than 1959. So, the newspapers and the magazine placed in the resort were from September, yes, 1959. So were the radio shows, announcements, and commercials. They watched movies, TV shows, and even sport events from that period. The participants were divided into two groups. The researchers told both groups that they believed the stay in this resort would have a positive impact on their lives. Now, the control group was asked to discuss and remember 1959 in past tense. The experimental group, on the other hand, was directed to be the person they were in 1959. So we have the experimental group that was directed to be the person as they were in 1959. And the control group was asked to discuss and remember 1959 in past tense. And prior to entering the resort, during the stay, and even at the end of their stay, participants were video recorded and certain measurements were conducted. So what did they check? Well, the researchers checked their physical strength, vision, hearing, cognition, and other things. Each participant was also photographed before and after their stay. The results of this research were truly astonishing. After staying in this resort for only 1 week, the experimental group's vision, hearing, and cognitive ability improved. Their blood pressure dropped. They moved faster and stood taller. The control group received some great benefits as well. At the end of the stay, all the men looked a few years younger and ate and even slept better than before. There was another study recently presented by the American Heart Association showed that patients who practice mindfulness can reduce their risk of death by half from heart attacks, strokes, and other causes when compared to similar patients who were only given an education about healthy living, but did not practice mindfulness. So, even if you are not aging now, you will at some point. Trust me. Let's see how you or someone you know, a friend, a family member, a colleague, how they can benefit from this lecture, from this truly amazing research on mindfulness and aging exercise. So, to sum it up, What is really important is to be mindful about everything we do, because chances are, even if we do not exercise, the things that we do throughout the day, as long as we are mindful of, could help us improve our overall health and our well-being. And possibly to try to act as if we are 20 years younger or so. Maybe try that for one day. Look at yourself in a mirror and possibly you will see younger person.